Are tattoos demons trying to cover up the image of God? That is the question today, my friends. My name is Joe. You can find me everywhere online at TattooedTheist. We do a live Bible study every Sunday night here on YouTube at 6 p.m. Central Time. We also do an open forum podcast discussion every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central Time. On Thursday, you can call in and actually your voice will come through the stream. If you want to join any of those or join our group on Discord, there is a link down in the description below. It is free. It will always be free. And then you can see all of the events that we have and what the topics are. The Thursday topic also is voted on. So I don't decide. You guys all decide. And then that's what we talk about on Thursday. So if you're interested, click the link in the description below and get with us. But today, the question, here it is. Background here. I did a TikTok like 9 months ago about tattoos, whether the Leviticus verse is actually saying Christians can't have tattoos. Basically went into all of the context around that and what it actually means, what they were trying to get across. So if you're interested in that first, go watch that TikTok. I'm not going to talk about any of the biblical aspect of it in this to save time, because most people already know where I sit with all of that. So go watch that if you're interested. But here's a comment that was left on it just the other day. I think it is demons trying to get you to cover up the image of God. I have a few. God will remove them. Now, there are a few issues with this, in my opinion. First, I'd like to say Rachel from TikTok, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, because I don't know if this is just her expressing her opinion, which I have no issue with whatsoever. I have a lot of spiritual opinions and Christian opinions that are not validated anywhere in the Bible. So far be it from me to say she's not allowed to say her opinion because I disagree with it. She's absolutely entitled to that. The only time this would become problematic is if this is an idea that she pushes on other people. I don't do that with my extra biblical beliefs. I make it very clear they're mine. I make it very clear they are not biblical principles so that everybody knows. That's very important in my opinion. But she said, I think it is demons trying to get you to cover up the image of God. This is interesting because on one hand, I agree that there is the potential of that. On the other hand, inherently, I disagree because at baseline, it's just not true. In my opinion, it's just not true. And I say all this because what is the content? What is the intention? And what kind of attention are you trying to get with your tattoos? First things first, nobody gets tattoos when they're not trying to get attention in some way. And I say that as a heavily tattooed man. That is the reality, if we're being honest. And that is my reality as well. Other end is content and personal intention. What is the content of the tattoos? Tattoos are essentially walking marketing is what you're doing. You are marketing something, whether it's your kid's name, whether it's your wife's name, whether it's just art. No matter what, you're marketing something. Even if it's just marketing yourself. You think tattoos are attractive. You want people to think you are attractive because of the tattoos you have. No matter what, you are marketing. You are a walking billboard. So as a religious person, as a Christian, what are you marketing? For me personally, I am on both ends of the wild spectrum. In a past life, when I was a not great person doing not great things, I was very much in line with demonic energy. So if you look at many of my tattoos, the attention I was trying to get was negative. They were badges of honor, essentially. My intentions behind getting them, which feed into what the content is, were totally negative. I had bad intentions because I was doing bad things and I was a bad person. Once I kind of shifted to the other side of the spectrum, I came to know God, I became a Christian, all of these things. Every tattoo I got after that point is 100% Christian based, whether it's verses or sayings from Christianity, or I have Jesus on my neck. I have the hill of Calvary on my neck. I have a Sacred Heart. Everything I got after I made that shift in my personal life now makes me a walking Christian billboard. So my point is, I'm a great example of how you can do either. But what that means is that inherently tattoos are not a bad thing. What the tattoos are make it either a bad thing or a good thing. What your intentions are make it a bad thing or a good thing. And what you're marketing, what you have on your personal billboard, is what makes it positive or negative. That is really important to understand, because that is really the crux of the issue. What are you marketing? So as Christians, you should be only marketing things that are positive. And that doesn't mean it has to be a Bible verse or it has to be Christian. It just means it needs to be positive. It needs to not be feeding into any sort of negative spiritual energy. I do believe that. I absolutely believe that. But at the same time, you can't say that demons are trying to get you to cover up the image of God when you have Jesus blasted all over your neck. Like, no, demons are not going to do that, because I'll tell you from personal experience, my tattoos get people to ask me questions all of the time. And the fact that my hands, my neck, all of my visible tattoos are 100% Christian means when secular people ask me about them, I get to minister to them. There's no way demons are funding that campaign. There's no way. It makes no sense. So this is just outright wrong. From my personal experience, it's outright wrong. They are conversation starters and they are ministry tools for me. But even then, I'm trying to get attention, right? I get tattoos because I'm trying to get attention. So first, we all need to be honest about that, because that's very important, to just be honest with yourself. But the attention I'm trying to get is to get people to ask me about something that I want to talk to them about, which is what I believe. That's positive. My tattoos from the past were badges of honor, trying to show the world that I am this negative person. I am this bad person who's done these bad things. That is obviously very negative, and that feeds into the negative side of spirituality. That feeds into demonic energies. So that would be bad. Now, they're ministry tools. That is good. I'm a walking Christian billboard. Nothing negative about that. You cannot argue that. The number of positive spiritual conversations I have had that were sparked off of a stranger asking me about my tattoos are wild. It's wild. There is no way to say that that is a negative thing. My only other point with this, and then we're going to be done, is the end of this comment, which said, God will remove them. I have a few, the person says, God will remove them. This is me nitpicking, so I apologize in advance. No, he won't. No, he won't. That's not real. And this is one of my issues with Christianity, is we say things that just don't make any sense at all. And from the outside perspective, the people that we're supposed to be trying to win over and minister to, they see things like this and they immediately write you off, and it immediately invalidates you. It discredits you because you're saying things that are completely illogical. That a world that prides itself on logic and reason and rationale, when they see Christians saying silly things like this, they immediately want to hear nothing that you have to say. And you're not saying anything positive. It's not like you're quoting Jesus and the world is hating you for it. You're saying something that just literally doesn't make sense and the world is hating you for it. This is an apologetic nightmare. So can we just all agree, as Christians with functioning brains, to stop saying ridiculous things like this? No hate on Rachel. Rachel, I love you. It's not just Rachel. It's all of Christianity has a tendency to say just ridiculous things that make no sense. No, God will not remove your tattoos. You will die, your body will decay, and the tattoos will decay with your flesh. That is what will happen. There is no world in which God zaps the tattoos off of your body. That will never happen. Just stop doing that. Can we all just stop doing that? Speak reasonably. Speak rationally, especially in a world like today where it is very difficult to bring people into a spiritual mindset. Let's not make it this weird, fantastical thing where God is going to boom zap the tattoos off your skin. Let's be real. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Happy holidays.